Psalm 116 is a heartfelt expression of gratitude and devotion to God for deliverance from death. The psalmist begins by declaring his love for the Lord, acknowledging that God has heard his cries for mercy and has inclined his ear to him in his distress. Reflecting on his near-death experience, the psalmist recalls how he called upon the name of the Lord, who saved him from the snares of death. In the midst of this reflection, the psalmist affirms his commitment to worship and serve the Lord. He declares his intention to love the Lord all his days and to call upon his name as long as he lives. The psalmist recognizes God's graciousness and righteousness, acknowledging that the Lord is merciful and just in his dealings with his people. The psalmist then reflects on the blessings of trusting in the Lord. He describes how the Lord has delivered his soul from death, his eyes from tears, and his feet from stumbling. The psalmist affirms his confidence in the Lord's goodness, declaring that he will walk before the Lord in the land of the living. The psalm concludes with a declaration of praise and thanksgiving. The psalmist affirms his resolve to fulfill his vows to the Lord in the presence of his people, acknowledging that the Lord has dealt bountifully with him. He invites all people to join in praising the Lord for his deliverance and for his abundant mercy and grace. Psalm 116 serves as a testimony to God's faithfulness and deliverance, calling upon all people to trust in and praise him for his goodness and mercy. Let's now read Psalms chapter 116. I love the Lord, because he hath heard my voice and my supplications. Because he hath inclined his ear unto me, therefore will I call upon him as long as I live. The sorrows of death compassed me, and the pains of hell gat hold upon me, I found trouble and sorrow. Then called I upon the name of the Lord, O Lord, I beseech thee, deliver my soul. Gracious is the Lord, and righteous, yea, our God is merciful. The Lord preserveth the simple, I was brought low, and he helped me. Return unto thy rest, O my soul, for the Lord hath dealt bountifully with thee. For thou hast delivered my soul from death, mine eyes from tears, and my feet from falling. I will walk before the Lord in the land of the living. I believed, therefore have I spoken, I was greatly afflicted. I said in my haste, all men are liars. What shall I render unto the Lord for all his benefits toward me? I will take the cup of salvation, and call upon the name of the Lord. I will pay my vows unto the Lord now in the presence of all his people. Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. O Lord, truly I am thy servant, and the son of thine handmaid, thou hast loosed my bonds. I will offer to thee the sacrifice of thanksgiving, and will call upon the name of the Lord. I will pay my vows unto the Lord now in the presence of all his people. In the courts of the Lord's house, in the midst of thee, O Jerusalem. Praise ye the Lord. This ends our reading of Psalms chapter 116.